guys, welcome back. We are here to do the karmic third party energy update, and the first thing I heard was these individuals are crying. Now, how that is coming through could be the purgatory energy of the soul, the emotions. There's a non-acceptance of this, and it's quite funny because the astrological card that I picked from the deck, obviously, is the zodiac sign Cancer. Now, we did have a new moon in Cancer, and it can be to do with family, which very much on my website, I do have twin flame subscriptions that are free and paid, and I give weekly updates. So I do cover that from a psychic and astrological point of view, and we also cover the mirror energy. We do have a membership as well, which is within YouTube. So if you want to join us there, feel free to come through. Okay, so what we have is the Cancer card in reverse, and we have the Hermit card in reverse. And this can be a person who is very upset, maybe having to move home. Could something in the family majorly be happening? Yes, I would directly feel so. It does feel quite purgatory. We do have the wake up call card in reverse, and it's almost this non-acceptance. It's like not really seeing the writing on the wall, not really accepting what's going on, feeling very, I can't say victim consciousness, just not accepting. But I do feel some of these individuals, especially those that are already in separation, these individuals are directly being affected as well. This is one of those months that the transits are very Aries and Chiron. It's a very stressful time. It's a very emotional time, but it is about closure, new beginnings. And as we move further into the month, we're going to be having Juno, the marriage asteroid, moving retrograde. And that spiritually can be a big shake-up in these karmic connections and closing cycles out. It does retrograde for 11 weeks. There can be a return and a separation again, but nevertheless, we're going to have a look at this energy. Yes, the stalker card is coming up. The gossip, there's something that they've heard. There's something they're wanting to go back over old ground. They're wanting to talk about it. I do feel they're talking to friends, and I do feel they particularly can be trying to seek out what is going on. It's almost like trying to, it could be spreading rumors, but it feels sort of like, how do I put it? Regressing back and looking at the past and deeply perplexed and just not accepting of the status quo, so to speak. So they're not accepting of it. We do have the Devil card in reverse. I'm trying to find the ruin cast. Apologies. I'll be 5 seconds. I'm trying to channel and... There it is. Good grief. Oh, the Divine Feminine's had this too. Scorpio. Not the same ruin cast. Okay, so it is... It is looking to the past, and it is in reverse. So we'll see what this is about. Thor, Scorpio, Mars. Yes, Scorpio at the moment, and the placement where we're moving to the full moon in Capricorn is about an ending. Some of those things, therefore, due to the fact that we had both the double eclipses back to back, some of us might have felt that instantaneously. Others, it was, over the next 6 months, but it's really becoming quite heavy, especially because we did have Neptune going retrograde and the double Mercury retrograde. So I particularly feel it's getting harder because we're having to be very resourceful with our energy, with money, with our feelings. There could be a lot of codependency coming up, especially with Black Moon, Lilith and Cancer. So the wake-up call, they're not wanting to accept a circumstance that is going down. It could be burdens relating to maybe soul parenting. It may be emotions relating to abandonment. It could be circumstances inside the third party. But again, it's all coming down to the direct environment and belief systems. So this frustration could be towards Divine Feminine. But again, separately, it's the gossip. It's gossiping. It's talking trash. It's the anger. It's a way a person expresses emotion. I was really looking at that shadow element today, and it was to do with the polarity of gossip and the different styles of communication. One of the biggest things in Twin Flame Path is communication. It's one of the most challenging things, but it is where we directly can teach people to communicate, how to communicate, and creating that safe space. And these individuals particularly haven't had it. They've really kept things in or projected it out. And the circumstances, they feel they feel that they are regretful. Okay, there is regret. There is this logic that pacifiers and things to that degree are going to extremes. Emotions are going to extremes. They know they need to let go, but vices, so to speak, are coming up. And this can be a poor expressive manner of dealing with the circumstance, especially because of things in their mind that are feeling quite unresolved. So we do have the ruin cast that links to Scorpio, and it is Mars. Currently, Mars is in the house of Taurus. For those of you between the 4th and the 5th, it was pretty challenging. It was because it was transiting over from one sign to another. Obstacles, difficulties, stubbornness, heroic effort, patience, and endurance. Point blank zero, the meaning, right? Esoteric meaning, opportunities to deflate the false ego, spiritual courage, protection of the sacred. Repression, pride, vanity. Yes, this was going to come up. Intimate abuse and abuse, point blank zero. So what does that mean in the context of this reading? Scorpio, all zodiac signs have higher and lower kind of frequencies to them and ways they can play out. Because we do have the card of Cancer here, right? And it's in reverse, which is more the shadow element of that is coming in a behavioural sense. It's the Black Moon Lilith energy. It can be the you owe me, you hurt me. The victim consciousness is coming in, which is the inner child. Projection's the reflection, Thank God I learned that. That's all I can say. So, repression. It's like all these unresolved feelings are coming to the forefront, and it can be quite projectile. It can be quite aggressive. We do have the Death card in reverse, and it's almost going in where angels fear to tread. They know they need to address some things, but at the same time, it's almost like, no, the direct solution is taking that on someone, expressing how I feel. And it's getting projectile. They're fighting to get their way with the circumstance. And the funny thing is, usually it does the polar opposite, which is particularly done it in this situation. I'm going to pull a few cards on this occasion. One for those that are karmic individuals dealing with the feminine, and one for the karmic individuals dealing with the divine feminine, masculine. You get my gist. I'm telling you, that Neptune energy is messing with me. Messing with technology too. Okay. Our demons and shadows, unresolved issues may threaten to drag us down. They must be met head on and dealt with in a matter of urgency. Vendettas, vindictiveness, vengefulness. It can also foreshadow, you're sort of giving your power away. With the transits at the moment, you're gonna find like control won't work. Point blank zero. And it's going to come up for all of us. That's why it's really good to now and then with my readings. I don't know about others. I can't speak for this. But what I do promote is when we're looking at this, also look at the behavior potential, because that's shadow energy. It doesn't mean we're going to go down the rabbit hole to that low, but there's always that potential. Okay, so there is these emotions, like not wanting to let it go, very angry, in the mix. The victim consciousness is coming up. These are very angry cards. They're changing their tactic approach, but they're not changing their plan, because they are coming from a place of ego. And when I say ego, I don't mean vanity. I mean more a hurt experience. And when a person's hurt, if you're not well, you're not thinking straight. If you're crying, and you go to sign a document, you're probably not going to, it's a little bit like they say, you should eat before you go shopping. You're going to eat more because you're hangry. So in this circumstance, this person's going in where angels fear to tread. They want what they want and they want it back. It's almost like trying to grab their pentacle, so to speak. I do feel some of them are saying, hey, this person's done me wrong. This has always happened to me. Why is this happening? I feel, in a sense, some can be looking at an unhappy circumstance separately that they're dealing with, and they don't really want to address it, and they do directly feel that the solution is maybe coming from tribe. I feel the abandonment wounds are coming up. Whatever this is, it is a heavy weight to bear. it does for them at a psychological level feel like it's a pretty crappy experience. But they're very firm and very aggressive at the moment with the demeanour of how they're communicating with individuals. This can be with the direct tribe around them. It can be with siblings. There could be an eviction notice, so to speak. I do feel that. This can be even from the person that they're actually in an intimate relationship with, for those that are in one. Or directly, there is something ending in a family or tribe situation. Yeah, it's almost like this non-acceptance. It really doesn't feel as though they are wanting to accept that something is coming to an end. Let's get some clarifiers. Okay, at a foundation level, I'm telling you, these individuals are either getting kicked out or they're fearing what will become of them. Because there's a connection here going by the wayside, especially for those in the karmic connection. I do feel... this is a severing of ties. This person at a foundation level isn't prepared. This can also be financially. Let's please... Whoa. Ooh. They may also know about the twin flame connection. There can be some jealousy that's coming up. This individual might have spoken to this person and said, look, I have explained to you we're not together. Or I have explained to you that we're leaving. Like, this isn't happening. This isn't working between us. I think if they were separate... and there was some conflict in the last week, which is more than likely for those of you that weren't hearing anything, feeling anything. I do think something's gone down. So we have the, I feel, okay, one message, and I'm going to come over here in a minute. We're going to channel some messages from DM in relation to this circumstance. Because some of the messages already with the clarifiers are coming through linking to divine masculine. I don't really want to mess the reading up. I don't think they needed help. Lord, bless it be. Okay, with feminine and karmic relationship. Heck. This is going to be an interesting read. I can't wait to do next week's, right? I know what's going to come up for the joint reading live. Okay, there's something that has been lied about. There is a circumstance. This, for some, can be in relation to a betrayal. That very much did come through in Divine Masculine's read. So make sure you go and have a look at that. Okay, we do have the reconciliation card here, and I'm actually seeing this between counterparts. Oh, so funny, there's the sickness card here, right? This person's quite depressed, and I feel if the Divine Masculine is in a karmic relationship, they have directly noticed that the behaviour's changed. So it may be that these individuals are a little bit distant, standoffish, and they're reflecting upon what they need to do inside this circumstance. Now, this doesn't have to be an intimate relationship. Some actually can be living with the karmic third party and may not directly be in an intimate relationship. It could, due to the card of Cancer being in the house, maybe a family environment. It could be we're living together due to a house. It could be because we have children. So it doesn't necessarily mean they're being intimate together. But what I am seeing is this person's very distant. They're very detached from the circumstance. It's very funny. They got the same card crowning and they're really up in their heads about you. And I don't think this is a very toxic energy. You know, usually when I do see, my guides just talk to me, right? So usually when I see the Seven of Cups, I'm like, heck, pick the right cup, please. What I'm seeing in this occasion is it's this, okay, how do I make my dream a reality? I think they've actually been there, done that. I think if you've lived a little bit, spiritually they're looking back and they're kind of like, heck, I wish I had more faith in you. I wish I had the courage before. I'm getting this stashed courage. I really need to address this. So I do see that this whole change of plans, it's like it's day and night. That's how it's looking. So for them at a spiritual level, they just spiritually feel they need to let this go. They cannot foresee this actually going anywhere. They can't see this to be sustainable, okay? So they have been trying to balance out. Some of them were trying to convince themselves that it was a phase. They were going through a midlife crisis. So now in the mix, they're actually getting to a point where they're trying to take the balance back and they're trying to get balance before they react. The reconciliation card is here. Some sense of gossip. I feel an argument is quite volatile, and I do feel this argument is quite projectile. It's assumptions. You've been sleeping around, you've been doing this or that. It kind of feels a bit nasty. For some, this, like I said, can be a family-related dynamic, and they don't want you to be paranoid, okay? It's just a family dynamic. Okay, for a feminine, like this feminine actually knows. This feminine's like, I know where this is going. They may have had some tower moments with this individual before. They can't really see this in a circumstance going far. It might have been with the karmic third party that they've been maybe married to, directly dealing with. I'm getting two messages. One is there could be something going down with their partner, okay? And I'm saying partner, more so you can understand the context of who I'm talking about. So whomever, divine feminine, who is in a third party energy, I do feel this person's really calm. It's really strange. It's like, look, I kind of know my truth. I know what I need. I'm needing to make a decision. Okay, it's almost like as soon as you get the green flag, you're done. I don't think you're. I feel somehow subconsciously you've noticed a behavioural change with this person, and I feel your counterpart might be giving you like the green flag. This is what's coming, okay? So I feel this is logically where you're at. You're like, okay, psychologically, I don't want to rip my whole life to pieces, but if I get the green flag, right, Bob's your uncle, I'm done. They are looking at a legal situation though, and I can't advise you legally. This is a tarot card, okay. But if this is a marriage, it's okay. I would have to do X, Y, Z. So yes, is that getting them in a bit of a pickle? Yeah, but they're looking at it logically. Okay, so try not to get panicked. Generally, that full card in tarot, we tend to go, okay, what would I need to do to be accountable, to be ethically, moral, and we've all messed up. How can I do this best? How can I logically do this in a very fair, understanding way? I feel you might have noticed that even your third party is reacting to you differently. So keep an eye on that one. Yeah, moody. There's a separation happening here with the karmic. Okay, so. Ooh. This person, they've messed up. I don't know what they've done, but they've said something. They've said something they shouldn't, and they've just put their foot in it. I don't know what this is, but they've definitely put their foot in it. Divine masculine knows, and they're like, I'm tired of hearing this. This can be a whole lot of white noise. This can be nagging. But this is more for those directly connected to, a karmic third party relationship. In the mix of family, I feel a cycle is ending. There's nostalgia. They're coming back into it, and they're kind of in hermit mode at the moment. There's a lot of emotions that are really old. This could have been a very negative situation that they've been dealing with. I do feel they know psychologically it's going to end, but this is their way of healing. So it's sort of like a temporary stop. But I kind of feel between now and the Capricorn moon, I kind of feel it's dissolving. I will see you during the week. Please come back and join us. If you do want to join us in the Members Hub, I do have a video that is connected, and it shows you the different things that you can actually get in the hub, as well as the fact we are going to start doing, we do have 3 sessions a month in there. That is never shown to the public. It's very private coaching. Also some astrology updates, some readings. We're going to be having in the video room a group session. So if you do want to come through, come join us. And you do get the chat rooms and the video chats so you can talk with other people like-minded. Take care, beautifuls.